Hello and welcome back to the channel, and finally the time has come to get the Megane back on the road after almost 4 years, which is completely unacceptable, and what might potentially be one of my last videos to my channel, completing the arc of my journey this year, which was to move a car on, which I did, my dad's 300ZX. I got the Amiga back on the road, and then finally to get the Megane back on the road, but knowing that I had a lot of money to spend on it, and it was really just sort of time. But time it is, and now I'm going to time warp you back into the past, 3 days in fact, where you will join me with some new presents. Do I like a clap or a double thumb? Today is the day where I fit my seats, but not any old seats, okay? Not the ones out of the Amiga, brand and new bucket seats. So let me show you around what I've bought. These are my brand new, these are called BB Classics. I think this model is a BB5. And yeah, 2 of these bad boys. Now I've already set this up, super easy. These are, I think these are the K-Tech Megane seat mounts that I bought a few years ago, and yeah, I mean literally this took me about all of 5 minutes to install as is. I decided I was just sick and tired, as I've mentioned, of moving the seats from one car to the other. That was never my intended idea anyway, so I thought, why not just buy new seats for the Megane? That's always what I wanted to do, and that's what I did. So, and ironically, probably going to be fitting normal seat belts as well later on down the line, because I don't want harnesses in there all the time. It's good for track, but other than track, I don't want this car so track focused from now on anyway. So, but first off, I must hoover the carpet before installing my new seat. I mean, to be honest, the carpet's really not that bad, but you know, just the OCD will kick in if this is here whilst the seat's on top. So I've got my trusty Henry. There he is, cheeky little devil. What are you looking at? What in the... I don't know, he's always got that look on him. Anywho, let's do this. Okay, I think I'm pretty much ready to go in. I hope I've lined everything up correctly. Yeah, it looks right. I guess it... Okay, well, there's nothing to it but to obviously just try it, I guess. Ah, there we go. Lovely, lovely. Oh yeah. That's the seat fitted. Literally took 2 minutes, so there's nothing else to it but to try it. Just want to make sure that it's in the right position, I guess, and that I fit in it. Okay, let's do this. Oh god. Here we go. Okay. Oh. Oh dear Lord. Baby Jesus, that's painful. Pelvis, 7 out of 10. Hip bones, that's a 6 on the pain scale. That's... I measured this. I guess once you're in them, you are in them. I measured these Oh dear, that's not good. These are the slim versions. But my Club Sports in the Amiga are slim versions, which, okay, admittedly they're a little bit tight, but don't do back day before driving them again from now on, I guess, is the answer to that. To be fair, once you're in them, it's really not that bad. Although I've only been in them for literally 2 minutes, haven't I? 2 hours, 4 hours, 10-hour drive to the Nürburgring. Possibly quite different. But I'll tell you what, yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. Apart from it being rather small, I guess I'll have to bed them in. Anyone wider than me is not coming in this car. That's a fact. I'm gonna fit the other seat. Well, I've got to mount it all up. So you'll join me after I've done all of that. I shan't bother boring you with all of that. Well, that's the other seat fitted. Carpet all cleaned. Get out of there. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with those. The camera is sort of picking it up as sort of like a light black, charcoaly colour. It's not. It's very much black. Okay, still not picking it up, but believe me, it's black. One more thing I need to do, because it's driving me mad, and it's no longer needed in the Amiga anymore. There we go. I actually had this machined specifically for this car, as I've mentioned before. That should be it, and then that slides up so you can get it in reverse. Got to be dead on. Nice and tight. Oh yeah. Need to give it a clean. Maybe fast forward past this bit. I haven't done this before. Oh, there we go. Ah, she is ready for the streets. One more job I have forgotten about, and I shall do it now because this will be very satisfying. Oh yeah. So, just a quick rundown, my initial thoughts on the BB5s. Probably just out of sort of OCD, you've got like a nice label here, which it looks nice, but it's sided. Whether or not I've been given 2 left seats and they actually do a right hand, because in my head I would want the label on the outside, because if you come round to the passenger side, it's on show, and I think that looks, you know, it looks smart, it's nice, but yeah. What else? The cushioning is very thin, and I know this is for a harness, but I don't really like that, but it is what it is. Other than that, I think they look nice. I think it would have been nice if they put a logo there. Just saying. They've got a nice logo on the backs, which I think look really smart, but I mean, when are you ever going to look at that? You know? So there we go. That is the new seats, part 1. I don't know. If anyone's interested in these seats, they're BB Classics, and these are the slimline ones. Maybe don't go for them if your waist is more than 30. I don't know. But I only paid £360 for these brand new, which is a really good price. I looked online and on, you know, just second-hand ones, and I just thought, oh, seats go through a pretty hard time, if you know what I mean. And this car's super low mileage, and I just thought, oh, I don't want someone else's, you know, arse already on my seat. And now to time warp you back to the future where I started the video again. Okay, so you're back with me, and now to get on with the jobs I have to do today, which is I have some more parts that I want to fit to the car. So let me show you what I've got. So I went and bought a new battery for the car. I was going to go and buy a full-sized battery for it, but this is literally half the weight. I've actually owned one of these before that I used to run on the Megane, and it was cheaper than a full-size battery. So that's that. And then I have new rotors for the back, which I'm assuming has some pads in there. I haven't actually opened that up yet. That was how it was delivered. Nice. So first thing to do is hook that battery up. I need to figure out some configuration of how to mount it inside the box, because it's obviously not a full-size battery. And then I might even wash the car. But I still have a few days until my MOT. Still a few things on the list I need to do yet on the car, but baby steps. So this is the old, you can probably tell from the way that it is. This is my old one that I stupidly let go flat one too many times. I didn't look after it, and yeah, useless. But I need to take the terminals off these, or off this battery, put it on the new one, which should be pretty simple. This is the lithium that I run on the Amiga, and I have ran it on the Megane, but as I've mentioned in previous videos, these don't like being just plugged in and left for long periods of time. Whereas this is still a lead battery, whereas this is a lithium battery. So I can still run this and leave it plugged in because, because I can. Just fits. That's that. Well, let me show you what I got here. The new battery is in, however, I need to do some fabrication. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So before anyone says, okay, I know that this isn't how you're supposed to rig your battery and secure it, but for the time being, okay, I just need to find another piece of wood that can go in there. Might have to cut it up to shape, and then find a way of bracing it on the top, and then she ain't gonna go nowhere, okay? Trust me, I've done under 8-minute laps with my battery like this, okay? It'll be fine. The wheel of death. Oh yeah. She ain't going nowhere. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I really dislike this setup. I do not like these terminals. I mean, I heard some clicking. Nice. Wow, what in the devil? Of course. It's broken. Let's see if she starts. And just to mention as well, this car is well overdue. Its cam belt and all the other belts, but mainly the cam belt is the one I have most concern of. And in terms of time, it's overdue. It's not overdue in terms of mileage, but the car has been sat for long periods of time without starting. And obviously that does cam belts no good, because when they sit for a long time, they become hard. I have started the car over the years, but maybe not as much as I should have. And each time I start the car to keep doing jobs on it now, I'm like, oh, still have to get it to the MOT. And I have got the car booked in right at the end of September at a garage a guy's gonna do everything. He's gonna completely go through the whole car, which it needs. My bank balance doesn't, but is what it is. Okay, what we got? We have power. The doors on these things are huge. Oh, my new seats I can't fit in. Sweet. Well, all looks okay. Yeah. Sweet. Well, something I'm excited to do, strangely enough, is set the clock. I can't remember how you do it. I think it's, oh dear, this one? Oh, that tunes it. Well, help me. Well, is it this one? Oh, hello. And then, no, is this scroll? Yes. Excitingly, I managed to figure out how to set the clock on this, and it just shows how long this car's been sat around. The sound of dubstep. I never really liked dubstep that much. Well, anyway, for old time's sake, I guess. So it looks as if, you know, the weather's going to turn out pretty crap. So in reverse order, I'm going to do a couple of interior bits, and then I'll try and back the car in at a sort of anglage for me to work on changing the rear disc inside the garage, as that would be useful. You know, it is a garage. I never bloody use it. I need to just apparently store things in. If you're wondering why I have sun strips on the front and rear of my car and think they look hideous, I don't care. I think it looks sick. And when it's on track, the pictures, oh, and the driving experience, you can't see nothing out the back of this window anyway. And I mean nothing. So may as well increase that. Anywho, one of the things that I haven't run in the car, let me bring you on in here. One of the things that I haven't run in this car because of weight saving and, well, yeah, just pretty much weight saving, was the sort of, I don't know, the floor, the flat floor. So I'm going to be refitting that today. Remove all this junk out of here. These are the, well, heavens above. Now, this is silly. Oh, I was starting to lose my patience. So amongst many other things in my garage over here is, it is weirdly heavy, this. She needs a hoover. Place that there. I'm going to give that a little spruce up before I go and fit it. There we go. Lovely, lovely. I have noticed when I was just hoovering it in, this is coming away from its hardwood. So I actually do have in stock, excuse the mess, some Ox spray adhesive, extra strong, seriously strong stuff spray. It's basically, well, what I just said, that's what it is. I can spray that and glue my carpet back together. I don't know if anyone's ever used any stuff like this, but it comes out like silly string. See that? Well, it does if you hold it in a certain manner, like that. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing. Let's glue that down, shall we? Oh yeah. God, this stuff is brutal. Anyone looking to carpet like the inside of a van or something like that, this stuff is what you want. Super easy to apply and it works. Damn! Got wounded in action there and here. It's alright, it'll come off. There we go. That's better. I must hurry to get the car inside the garage before it starts raining, as I really don't want it. Well, help me understand. This has been years since I've done this. Maybe like that. There we go. That goes background like that. Like so. And just a finishing touch. Went for the new car scent, you know, because she's going to be brand new. You know? You've got to save on these. You don't want to use all of the scent up straight away. Oh man, that smells good. It's always a toughie. Do you go for vanilla or new car scent? What are your favourites? Mine are those two. There we go. I wanted another one, but I don't have another one. Man, look how much better that looks. That is just so much better. That'll come up. I can get that up. But yeah. Man, she's starting to come together. A couple of days later, didn't get to do what I wanted to do. And apparently, it's winter time now. I mean, the sun's out, but it's like -10 or something. MOT day today. And in reverse order, I'm going to wash my car whilst there's still shade on the drive. And then I'm going to fit all my discs. Well, I managed to get the car parked out of the sun, but it's coming around quick, so I need to be fast because I do not want any of the sun on the car. If it's one thing I hate, it's sun on the car. Right, sun's come round on top of the car. Not a lot I can do about it. I went heavy on the washing. Why do I want to say detergent? But anyway, the shampoo, okay? Went heavy on it. It deserves it. I was thinking of doing a rinse first, but I might just go straight for the snow foam. Oh, I don't know. Too many choices. Anyway, let's, I guess, stop talking. Also, must remember to insure the Megane. Keep forgetting to do that. Got one of these little bad boys. Don't know if you know them. Can change the old beep boop beep ends on them for different okay, that meant spray anglage. Right, just to say, 4 years this hasn't been washed. 4 years. This is, what's quite a moment. Ready? Let's go over it, shall we? I'll be honest, I didn't actually realise how bad this car was until I started snow foaming it. And whilst it's just been sat here, just getting some shots on it, wow. It's like I did a rally stage in it and then parked it up for 4 years. It's literally just 4 years of just dust upon spiders, upon you name it. No more. Ain't happening. And what I've realised is this car is just covered in one giant cobweb. As I'm rinsing it, it's literally just these massive, they look like long pieces of black string. Kind of gross. I took my time, probably about an hour, but I did like a clean, then a snow foam again, then another clean with the sponge, and I just took my time cleaning it, really getting into the paint. And actually, clearly the product that I had put on it 4 years ago is still on the paint because it was really easy to clean. It all came off super easy. So now for the rear rotors, I change them. Now I try and work the pistons out because I have a bit of a sticky one. Maybe over the winter I will look at rebuilding them, but for now it's just about getting the car MOT'd. Did this before with the Amiga, but the Megane is even more extreme. I literally just jacked this wheel up, as you can see. It's only an inch off the floor. And I thought, why is the car wobbling? There we go. Also not touching the floor. So if I really wanted, I could just change the rear discs and pads from one side. I'm not going to do that, but I could if I wanted to. Oh yeah, these are going to need a rebuild. As you can see, the piston's pretty far out because the pads are pretty low, and yeah, even if I could push this out some more, clean it up a little bit, copper grease it for now. But yeah, that's a winter job I'm definitely gonna do. And this wasn't even the problem side. This side was never an issue, so don't know what the other side's gonna look like. Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh. Clean that up as well. Well, it's a 36, which I did manage to find. Oh, yes. Yeah, these are pretty bad. Sit rep, basically. I spent the time just cleaning everything up, and then it came to winding the piston in. And I've had to build this up. I've had to put the carrier back on, and then I've moved the caliper up and over so I can get this in. She is not wanting to budge at all. Okay, well, that's bending. There we go. And these discs have the bearing inside of them, of course. Oh yeah, they're quite heavy. I just paused for a second there because I realised, do I have sided rotors because of the anglage that the grooves are? But all of this side of the car, they're this way, and the passenger side, they're this way. But no matter what way you look at it, if I put this side on that side, then they'll be going the other way. So they're not sided. It's just quite like, you know, it's the old OCD. It's annoying because you want them all four corners to be facing the same way. But clearly it obviously doesn't matter then. Nut done up, carriers on, pads time, new hardware as well, which is nice. Don't you just love copper grease? There we go, one corner finished. Rotor, clean up the caliper. Obviously, yeah, gonna look at rebuilding this or buying new ones for the winter. I did clean everything up back here. It looks wet because it's that's just all WD-40. Be nice to sort of paint all this next year job. Well, I'm going to finish up the other side. I won't bore you with doing the same job. And then I've got to get the harnesses in. I actually just had a parcel turn up, which might be my seat belts, but I don't have a buckle. So there's no point in me fitting them just yet. So I'm going to still have to run the harnesses for the MOT. So it's been over a month since that last clip from where I've jumped to here, and the car is now fully on the road. All the work was done on the car. I even had the gearbox mount. I don't know what that was. I think that's something else. Gearbox mount upgrade, which is something that's known to fail on these cars. So that was done. Wasn't expecting that, but that was also done. because I spoke to the bloke about it who did the work, and he said he'd look into it, and then he just did it. So that's good. I'm going to run through the cost of the work that was carried out. So for anyone who has a Renault Megane and you live down south, I would highly recommend this guy. So here it is. This was the work was taken out at a garage called Lap 911, and the guy's based sort of Swindon way, and the grand total of this was an eye-watering £1,030. But a lot of it is to do with the cost of the parts, and then obviously labour, because he needs to make some money on it. It was a lot of money. I expected it to be, admittedly, less than that, but it is what it is. Like, it needed to be done, you know, so, and I knew that. I just didn't think it would be that much, but yeah, it is what it is, and everything's expensive nowadays, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and hope to be getting some stuff out probably now next year, because moving into winter, probably not going to be doing a lot. I need to save some money to buy more projects that I don't need. So yes, thanks for watching. More videos coming along soon.